Wow, hello. I forgot to, again, hide the... Yeah. Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Oh, I forgot to get Loot Guy in here, too. Get in here, Loot Guy.
I was gonna say, where's Loot Guy?
There we go. Hello, chat. How we doing? We got Elliot here.
What's up?
We will be short one harmonious gab tonight, unfortunately. Oh, Laura, hi!
Wowzers, Bowsers.
Hi, Laura.
Whoa, what's good?
What's
Oh,
poppin'?
Elliot, that?
What?
Yeah.
Mankin said last session was missing Elliot Seth. I'm laughing my ass off. Yeah, Vordia wasn't sassy enough, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Vardia was very oddly quiet.
Damn.
I wonder what this means for the lore.
Who knows?
Whoa.
That's for you guys to decide.
You can say she was transing or something, I don't know.
I mean, she did
Trans
stuff,
security camera,
just,
true.
like, yeah.
Real.
I mean, Patch was being a security camera last session. And it worked.
I don't
Yes,
like...
bring security drones.
You... Myrthia? Is that how it's spelled? Mirsha?
Mirsha. Pretty close.
Oh my gosh,
understand.
Wow,
Glitch.
has it been 13 more months? I love this community and I love
Aw.
this D&D
Oh,
campaign.
thank you, Glitch. That's very sweet.
That's so cute.
Whoa.
You have the cutest community.
They're adorable. I
You do.
love them.
I know the tagline is that, like, you have the, like,
Megan!
13 months.
nicest
Thanks,
place on the
Darren.
internet. I forget. Most
Yeah,
wholesome community on the internet. That's it.
The brand is the certified cupcake internet brand is to create the comfiest place in the universe.
That's the wording.
Yeah. Except
Hello.
there was that one stream where you were like, yeah, you did it, and I was like, okay, and then I ended stream, except I didn't actually end stream.
What?
Never mind. There was a Baron who said that, I don't remember. Hi, Sol! How you doing?
Hi, Soul.
I want a PB&J so bad.
You could have what I had for dinner.
What was that? It looks like beans and peanut butter.
It looked like peanut. It was peanut butter and, like, it looked like
Cocoa
Hershey's
Pebbles. It was Cocoa
Oh.
Pebbles and peanut
That
butter
looked good.
sandwich.
That looked good as
It
fuck
was
to me.
actually really good. Also, how come every single time I take a picture of me eating Cocoa Pebbles, everyone thinks it's beans? Because this happened before.
Because they're very bean shaped.
They're not!
Cocoa
But
Pebbles
they're
are not
flat.
bean
They have a way different texture.
They're like
You know how you
wrinkly.
get the texture?
Beans are smooth.
I've seen wrinkles.
Maybe like dried beans.
Yeah, dried beans, but I'm not eating just dried beans. I use those for map making.
You put
I really
beans
wish.
in your map?
That's how I help outline map shapes.
Wow.
Beans.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like we did in elementary school.
You did that in lower school?
Elementary
Yes.
school. Where like they'd give us beans.
Or with like
to
noodles.
like hide a bunch of beans in
Yeah,
my
with
desk
noodles.
because I wanted to keep them and play with them in class, and I made them have little bean families.
That sounds very in character for you, and I would also do that.
Yeah. I think I did that with noodles.
Also, Baron, the people who interviewed you better give you the job or they're silly and wrong.
I really wish I could have a PB&J sandwich right now.
I wish I could have a little bit more than my
A
Cocoa
peanut butter
Pebbles and
and
peanut butter sandwich. The kid who
I
put
had
beans in
stir-fry
their
for
nose?
dinner.
What?
Nice.
Ooh,
I could
stir-fry.
kill for some good stir fry, honestly.
It was homemade, so not the best because I'm white, but it was pretty good.
Oh!
I mean, stir fry, you just heat up a bunch of vegetables and throw them together and put some random sauce in and you're good. That's how that works.
Veggies, rice, chicken, sesame seed.
Megan, what on earth?
I just had a very frightening and horrifying realization.
What?
What? Are you okay?
No, there's a single hair in my dice.
Oh. Oh my gosh,
Like, in
Undertale
it?
music?
In it.
Like, how did it get in
How in it?
I don't know.
Wait, did the makers not take out the hair?
They
Or
might
not
not have
notice
taken
it?
out the hair.
Are you
Man.
say take out the hair as in like as if multiple dice are made with
Well, okay, so the thing about making dice,
That's
because I
crazy.
actually want to get into making my own dice, I just don't have the equipment. When you pour the resin, the way, like, when you get, like, the nice, like, resin dice, rather than just, like, the regulars, when you like, put, like, glitter and stuff and, like, food coloring in the resin. And so probably when they were pouring in the resin into the molds, they just, accidentally let a little hair in there and just didn't notice it.
Whoopsies.
Someone else's
Laura, you
hair.
can use this opportunity to make a clone of them.
Yeah, you have their DNA. You just have somebody
I'm
else's
crazy
hair
for that.
in your dice.
I feel like that'd be a pretty good sales. Like, I put hair on my dice. Do you want hair dice?
I'm looking that up. Dice set made of hair. This is not...
No! I don't like that.
I don't like where this conversation's gone.
Okay, Google Images isn't
Cats.
showing anything, but the first result has a reference to Critical Role Campaign 3, and it makes me happy.
Period.
Okay, I'm gonna make a PB&J.
They had doll hair in it. That's kind of cool, actually.
That's not. That's better than what I thought it would.
Oh my
I was
gosh, hi,
afraid.
Lunaria!
I'm still scared.
It's okay.
Well, I don't like it.
Maybe this
but it's
means
okay.
maybe this means that Patch is going to grow hair.
What?
Wait, what happens?
What?
What happens if Patch gets the Belt of Dwarven Kind? Because that makes you grow a beard regardless if you're able to grow a beard or not.
Grass. No, moss. Moss beard.
Moss beard. That would kind of go hard actually. Well, on that note, I know some of us have to go early today, so it's okay.
It's okay.
So shall we get started?
Yes, ma'am.
Yippee!
Fuck yeah.
Let's press buttons. I'm getting better at pressing my buttons fast. Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome back. Is the loot guy gonna work now? Was there no crash last session? Oh my gosh, thank goodness.
Oh yeah, wait, right. There was no crash last session.
Maybe it's my fault.
I don't think so, because it happens during all of my streams, pretty much.
This is
Whoa.
true.
Anyway.
It's a very...
Oh boy. Loot guy's a little bit out of tune.
Oops. Sorry.
Okay, I think... Let me get my tabs in order now. Apologies. My internet decided to crash the second we switched over to this
My
screen.
apologies.
Apollo cheese.
They did a space after that, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Why did I word that like that?
They did a
They did a
space
space after it, yeah.
Did a space.
They named the space after it.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, last time on the Maligned Mountains, the party... Okay, Glitch is saying it might... Okay, never mind. The party had, after successfully defeating the... Well, not them really defeating the Mayas, but some other entity as they got pretty close up there, came in, announced himself as the leader of White Bloom, Heinlein Gossender, and with some close calls and an unconscious Annika, and a bit of debate between Gab and Heinlein, the party headed back towards Annika's house to just get some rest and recuperate after the very eventful day, which, mind you, all of the past like 2 or so sessions were in one day. You guys,
It'd be like that.
yeah, got back, then you went and found the detective or the whatever his face is, and who was posing as the blue peony. Gab got snatched almost. Then you guys got the Maya's attack, got that off, got the Maya's attack, then came back. After on the way, you all were, the party was approached by this man named Tyleri, who offered to help the gang get a Mias Hunter license and potentially collaborate with the Emerald Scent, a well-known gang in the city of Sale, and as well as, oh my god, wait, Luke-Guy's not here! Luke-Guy disconnected! I hear him!
I thought Luke Guy was just having a problem, honestly.
No one told me! I heard Luke-Guy, but then I was looking at my audio tracks and there was no noise from Discord, and I was like, what? Okay.
Hi, Luke Guy.
Luke-Guy's here now. We're good. But yes, after your approach, you said you would go to Green Hall potentially if you wanted to follow up, and then you also talked to these followers of Gav, who was confirmed to be the actual Harmonious Prophet. In the meantime, learning that Gab's good old friend Edward Don Bartholomew was actually the sort of high priest of the Blue Peony back in Elitis. And then, as everyone was recovering, Annika seemed to be having a nightmare while being unconscious back in the house. And eventually everyone, after much conversation, settled down, where in the middle of the night, as everyone succeeded on wisdom saves, there's a little bit of a house intrusion from a very dangerous figure who Patch managed to see, who just dropped a bunch of blood over Tony. And then, with a little creak in the floor, the figure noticed Patch looking at them, and combat ensued, leading to a crazy double flank while the figure was still dodging a whole bunch of attacks, and eventually just focusing Tony and knocking her unconscious before leaving a little dagger right by her side and disappearing into the night. And Patch, I believe, stood up right beside Tony the rest of the night, just standing watch. So Patch, as the sun rises, take 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
I was not expecting exhaustion to be so prevalent in the campaign, but it kind of has turned out that way. However, we now come to the party as the twin suns, rather, of Sail of the Mire raise into the sky. And with them, clouds come over with quite a heavy rain. And because Annika's house is kind of on the outskirts, the rain is actually blowing and kind of it's not protected by the large outcrop of the mountain that Sail is built into, so it's pretty wet up there. So as you guys slowly start to wake up, who's up first aside from Patch? Gab sleeps in, of course. So, Patch, you're keeping watch. Fordia, what are you up to? When do you get up?
Probably me or Philtar wakes up first. I feel like Philtar would wake up like really early.
Okay. Yeah, Philtar wakes up. And looks at you, Patch, still standing there. And as a reminder, Philtar slept through the entire fight that happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
Typical Philtar
So,
behavior.
Philtar just kind of go, oh. Well, oh. Good morning, Patch.
Good morning.
You look, it's hard to say exhausted as some, I'm not exactly sure how you express physical tire, but you seem a little bit out of it this morning. Are you alright?
Long night.
Oh. How so?
There was an intruder.
What?
We were attacked. You were still asleep.
Nobody woke me.
Everyone else woke up.
Well, I mean,
You must be a heavy sleeper.
well, yes, that's... It brings me closer to my dear goddess, so... You know. I like it that way. However, please do directly try to wake me up in the future if, there... Actually, now that you mention it, are we safe here? Who was the intruder?
No idea.
Well... Was that a no idea to is it safe here, or no idea to who was the intruder?
All of the above.
Thank you, Patch. Very expressive. Well... If it's just you and me up, do you want to go grab a coffee?
Oh my god.
Sure.
I have to let this happen.
Alright. So... Philtar kind of sits out of the love seat and looks at you, Patch, and just kind of gestures you forward because you're kind of standing in the way of Philtar, to get to the door. And so just kind of like gestures for you to move ahead.
Yeah, I just move out the door and then follow Filtar, I guess.
Okay. So
I don't have any
Patch.
snarky quips.
Patch and Filtar are off on a little adventure to go get coffee. Do either of the others, do you guys wake up at any point after this or during this?
I'm up.
All right. Where did you wake up as all that was happening, or what?
Maybe as they were leaving, because I think it's very funny to have no context and be like, I think I went on a date.
Yeah. So Vortia, you wake up, you see Patch and Filtar just leaving Annika's house bright and early in the morning, walking straight out into the rain. Actually,
Like, Yowie is crazy.
Is it Yowie if Patch is non-binary?
It can be anything you want. It can be
can be
Yuri
anything
if
you
you
want.
want.
Yeah. I think Filtar's enough of a girly for it to be counted as Yuri as well.
It could be Yuri if we
It
want.
could be Yuri.
So you see the two of them walk out. What are you
Fine.
doing this morning?
Making breakfast.
Okay, so
Having a morning tea, making breakfast.
you go over to the actually in Annika's house on this on the first floor, you don't seem to actually see any like kitchen supplies or anything. So you well, what do you do about that?
What if I just eat my jerky that I have in my bag instead?
That is a very fair play, I'd say. So yeah, you go and you look for like a little stove or something to cook some tea on, and you're like, wait, there isn't one. And you just go into your bag, pull out some jerky, and just start pulling at it,
Yeah, guys.
munching down. Tony, Salt, are you here? What is Tony doing this morning? If you're here.
She's curled up in bed pretending to be asleep.
Okay. You're still covered in blood, by the way.
Oh man.
She
That
does
is for the
not
best of
care.
us.
Okay. Vortia, go ahead and roll a perception check. And Tony, go ahead and roll a performance check.
Well, I got a 21, so
Oh
Oh.
boy.
I think I lose.
good.
Are you just letting it happen? All right. So Vortia, as you're chewing on your breakfast, you see yeah, Glitch, Filtar kind of is too groggy in the morning to hadn't had the morning coffee yet, hadn't noticed the blood. So yeah, you see Tony is not asleep. Tony is just very clearly in bed trying to mask sleep and failing.
So, did you not sleep at all, or
She just kind of shrugged.
this is kind of the second or third time this has happened? Do I need to give you a drug or curse you or something to get you to sleep?
I slept fine, don't worry.
You didn't, though. Is that? Okay, well. Do you want some jerky?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, you can have some
Aw.
of this. I'm sitting on the floor.
Okay, so you're sitting like on the floor between the two beds that are flopped down. Gab is snoring in the leftmost bed, and Tony is just sharing jerky with you on the right. The two who began this journey together, just chilling together once more. And while that's happening, Patch, Philtar just kind of leads you through the city. Let me pull up my map of sail, because I should have that up. And scroll out to 12%, because that's apparently the magic number for the thing to catch it.
Huh.
Real.
There you go. So, there's your map of sail. You guys head down into kind of the more populous area of East Market Home. And just are looking around at places. Go ahead, and are you just like very complicitly following Philtar, or are you like actually looking for somewhere to get food?
Very complicitly following Philtar.
Okay, Philtar is gonna look for a good place. That's a natural 20 on looking for food.
Oh, you're about to eat good.
So you guys are walking through the streets. It's pretty early, but you can already see that it's like the town is starting to bustle a bit more. And as you get further into the town, the rain starts to, it's cut off as the mountain atop of Sail becomes nice and covering, but the sun is still blasting in from the side. And as you guys are just kind of like rushing in from the rain, Philtar notices this great smell, just the fantastic smell. And I would actually go look up the names of some of the other taverns I have written down, but I don't have my laptop fully set up yet. So we're not going to one of those. Instead, we're
New
going
tavern on the fly.
Yeah, we're going to a new tavern called the Silver Skillet. And so you all are, or you and Philtar, rushing in from the rain a bit. You find just this great smell, and there's actually this big, like, life-size skillet on, like, a sign.
Yo.
Yo.
Around, it's pretty south, it's around here. And it just smells great, even though we still don't know if Patch can smell or not. So, Philtar opens up the door, holds it for you, gestures for you to go inside.
Thumbs up, walks in.
Alright. You walk in, and you're greeted with this very, like, dimly lit sort of room. It's got, like, velvet rugs here and there. It's this place looks very fine, but it also looks kind of hidden. You see there are a few patrons in the Silver Skillet, and they're like, a lot of them, some of them are sitting at the bar, and they're like talking with the waiters and the chefs and the barman, and they seem like they go here a lot. This is like a hidden gem kind of place, and as such, it's a pretty good find. So, there's not a ton of people here. There's like one group off in a corner who are all just kind of sitting there, and you actually see them rolling dice together and like playing some games. And, what do you do?
I guess I just like walk up to the bar and sit down.
Okay.
Just kind of wait for Philtar to follow me.
So Philtar follows and sits next to you. You know, Philtar actually brought some of his stuff and just kind of like sets a like their hunking backpack on the ground by the bar stool. And a barwoman comes up to you guys and just looks at you guys and like, oh, well. A minotaur? Nope, nope. A leonin and a leonin and a robot walk into a bar. What a statement. How can I help you guys this morning? Philtar looks at her and just says, well, if you don't mind, I'll have one coffee, black. Don't put a single thing in that. If you could, I would love it as, like, painful to eat as possible. And one apple juice as well for myself. Patch, my dear?
Wait, hold on. Did you call me Patch, my dear, or was that Philtar?
That was Philtar.
Okay. Okay, how...
Oh wait, I can put on the tavern music. I forgot I have a tavern music. There we go.
Don't call me dear.
It's just a... call all my friends that, but okay.
Could I please have a skillet?
Sorry, a skillet?
Yes.
Well... you know what? I'm not gonna question it. You're a little metal person. I'm sure that, you like metal. I'll get you. We actually just tossed out a few hunks of our old stuff, so I'll get you a skillet coming right up, and an apple juice and a dark black coffee for you, Philtar. No, you don't know your name yet. I don't know what's happening to me. For you.
No, she's what's the word? Omniscient.
Yeah.
She's a mind reader.
Oh yeah, I'll get those drinks right up in that skillet. You see, walks into the back. Philtar just kind of turns to you, Patch. So, I know we haven't gotten... It's been, what? 2 days?
2 days.
You're quite the interesting fellow, you know. It's, we haven't gotten much of a chance to get to know each other, it's been so busy. So, I'm just curious, Patch. You seem to be very averse to letting people in, if you know what I mean. Did you just prep a pregnant man?
Oh
No.
my god. Worst hinge date.
First hinge date.
I'll send a pregnant animation for you.
Oh no!
Here
Don't
you
get
go.
Philtar pregnant.
Yeah, Philtar's the only one getting pregnant at the end of this, let's be real.
But yes, Philtar just looks at you and is just, yeah, like, so you don't seem to really care much about what's what you're thinking about. Do you have a reason for that?
Why should I tell you?
Well, I just figured, if you're a friend of Vordia's and I'm wanting to keep my associate safe, I'd like to know more about the friends that she's made, and I dare say it seems like, at least, seems like you've taken a liking to them, and will share more with them, and all such things, so I just want to know, just out of curiosity for one of my colleagues that I'm supposed to be protecting. I'm just interested to learn more about you.
What specifically would you like to know?
Whatever you find, just... Actually... What's your goal here? What are you doing in Sale? It's not a place that people come, especially folks who, probably like you, who I imagine some of the gangs might be having their eye on.
I'm looking for someone.
Oh? Perhaps I'm fairly adept at tracking. Who might you be looking for?
I don't remember their name.
Oh, that makes it a little harder. Do you know anything about them?
They're like me.
Oh, well, that does narrow it down for certain. There aren't many people like you I've ever seen. I've seen, a few different automatons here and there in my travels, but not to the degree of intelligence and, self-sufficiency as you. And none of them really glow like you do. How does that work, by the way?
I would rather not talk about that.
That is very fair. Tell you what, I've asked a little bit of you. Is there anything you'd like to know about me?
Not especially.
Okay. Well, just because I feel like it, how about I tell you a little bit about the Raven Queen Mirsha? Since,
Okay.
of course, that's relevant to your friend Vordia as well. Well, she is obviously very lovely, and I'm obviously biased, but, the importance of death is something to take note of. You mentioned, I overheard you saying, last night that you said you should try it yourself someday.
Yes.
What did
I
you
did.
mean by that? I'm quite curious, because of course there are ways of returning from the grave, but they're fairly limited and perhaps are unique properties for someone as yourself. Can you even die? Do you have a soul?
I believe so.
So,
There-
go ahead.
I lost my train of thought, my bad.
Dude, I'm curious, because what are your thoughts on the immortality aspect of the blue peony that we've been discovering? As someone who might be hinting at having lived a previous life. Does that interest you?
No. Immortality is a curse.
Well, do Do you feel cursed to be walking this plane again after having... Okay, just tell it to me straight. Have you died before?
I believe so.
But you don't know?
I have memory problems, which, in a sense, not remembering your own past is another form of death.
That... that does explain a lot. I will keep note of that. I'd be interested to see what Her Grace's opinion is on that. But yes, do you feel, if you find that immortality is a curse, do you find your seeming additional life here a curse?
Not in the strictest sense.
Well, you see, I've, obviously my time is limited and my time is short, and I'm not young, but I'm not exactly old. But, Vordia and I spent a lot of time growing up around each other, at least when we both were more involved, when we started getting more involved, with the Queen, and I can say everyone always talks about how life is so short, and they love to take immortality just for a chance to live another day on this planet, but I mean, it's so clear to me that what lies beyond is much, much more, like, eternal, and why make a life here eternal when your hard work is meant to be paid off already?
I do not care for imagining a life after death.
I've had some people come to me with that idea, but you know, it's rather different than, at least from the teachings that I've studied, it's rather different than what you'd expect. You do, in a way, lose a part of yourself, of course. It's not like you're just transported to somewhere else. Though that is part of it. You join the... walk among the gods, and except without a corporeal form, you don't really walk. It's more like... It's been described, at least by Lady Mirsha, as motes of light in a endless sea of stars.
You could have just said, like a star.
But, well, no, it's not like you're a star yourself. That'd be like comparing a torch to a bonfire.
My own light is certainly brighter than those.
Oh, really? Are you saying you're above death, then?
No, I meant literally.
Oh, that... that tracks. Well... forget the metaphor, then. It's interesting to see someone who can seemingly view death in a different way that is not fear, but not total acceptance of death, and it seems you view it as a more common issue than I'd say most would, yes?
Death is merely the end of a story. The closing chapter on a long storied book that is anyone or anything's life. To go without death is unnatural.
That I very much agree with, my friend. Where's our food? And so about like a minute or two later, the barwoman comes back with a, like, extremely thick coffee that you can just like Patch, even if you can't smell, you'd be able to smell this. And as well as some fresh squeezed apple juice, and comes to you with this like kind of dirty and like beaten up, it's like dented skillet. It's all rusty and stuff. And she comes up and to you and just slides that to you and gives a little wink and is like, got that one from the back just for you.
I give her a thumbs up.
You know what? I appreciate it so much that I don't even know what I would charge you for that, but I'm not charging you anything, because if anything, you're doing us a favor. Lion Man, you better pack up. And Philtar's like, yes, I know. And just exchanges a few coins. And instantly you see Philtar starts pouring a little bits of the coffee into the apple juice, but like small bits at a time. And
Oh my god.
and then just takes a sip and is just like, no, this is some delicious stuff. What are you doing with your skillet, Patch?
I put my skillet. I don't have my stuff, so I don't put it in like my pocket or anything. But I just take it.
Beautiful. Okay, I love it. Meanwhile, as this is happening, back in Annika's house, so Vordia and Tony, you guys have finished having your own breakfast. And you hear some scuffling around upstairs.
Okay, let's go see what that is.
So do you go up the ladder? Okay, so Vordia, you go up first, I assume, and you get up, and for you, Tony, there's a little bit of fear, and that like, oh no, what's happening now? And
yeah, Tony doesn't go up the ladder.
Tony doesn't go up the ladder. But Vordia, you go up and you see. Actually, roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh frick. Well.
What'd you get?
That's a 9.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 9.
All right.
Oops.
So you climb up the ladder and you like turn around to see like where this noise is coming from, and instantly just like a metal wrench just like hits you in the face. It doesn't do any damage, but you just kind of like
What
bounce you on
happened?
the sides. Yeah. And so that just like hits you in the head. And you see Annika digging through a whole bunch of stuff in the lab. You also see a stove.
Oh, so you can cook.
So you say this in Annika, who's in a pile of just like tools and bits and bobs and stuff. Like you see, you can't see their head or even their shoulders. You basically just see their legs dangling up, and their legs straighten like almost as like a jolt, and then just like manages to like kind of whirl around to where now it's just their head popping out of this clutter and the rest of their body is submerged. So you just see this little goblin head in a pile of like metal and stuff, and peeping at you and goes, oh, good morning, Vordia. I didn't Sorry, I didn't see you there. There's a mark on your head. Are you okay?
Yeah, that kind of hurt. You just threw it at my head, which is fine. I mean, it's
Did I throw
funny, but-
something? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Um, how are you this morning?
I'm fine. I feel pretty well rested compared to everyone else. So,
Yeah, um, I'm so sorry about what happened last night. I would not have ever in a million years expected someone to just break in here when I'm the only one here. Usually if it's like, if my dad's here, then that's when the interesting stuff is happening. But
well, I don't think it's your fault. I think Pony might be in a little bit of danger, but
yeah, I was worried about that. That's why, and just kind of like crawls out of this pile, just more stuff, just ding, 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 crawls out of the scrap. And as soon as Annika stands up, you can, like, they start to just tremble. Yeah, I was actually packing up some of my most important things.
did you also not sleep last night? Is that what's happening?
No, I did. I just got up not long ago, and I took a little bit of extra time to, re-up some of my security things here that have been off for a little while, not in use. But I just, Fortia, I'm scared.
Well, I don't mean to say these things happen, but these things happen. I've seen some shit.
I mean, I have too, but not
I
in my
think-
own home.
I think you're being pretty smart about this, considering you're not that old.
I'm 18. I'm plenty experienced.
I'm 100 years older than you are, so
Whatever.
I'm not babying you. I'm just saying. What will make you feel better? Do you want to leave?
Well, I don't want to leave, but I mean, this is my home. This is my dad's home. And, like, I grew up here, mostly. And I'm trying to think what my mom and dad would do, because were really smart, and, I don't want to leave, but there's a whole bunch of stuff in this house that's really delicate, and both in physically and for, like, reasons of, magic is kind of dangerous stuff, and science can be thrilling and explosive. And I'm scared. Tony, you hear that it's just Annika, and you can hear them chatting. Do you go up or stay
Okay,
down
I was
there?
gonna ask if I could hear them or not.
Yeah, you can hear them.
Irma, Tony goes up the ladder,
Okay, you pop up
and
behind
she runs
Vortia.
across the room, and she hugs Annika.
Okay, so you come up the ladder, and you hear this, and you just kind of go over and just give Annika a squeeze. And Annika's kind of startled by this at first, but then just kind of settles into you, and then just leans their head just into about like your like abdomen area. They're you're taller than them by a good bit. And hi, Tony.
Is that what
Tony
we're doing?
pats her head a little and was like, "I'm really sorry. You shouldn't be scared in your own home."
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of not used to it, but you know, there are other feelings about this place that are just not great, but I don't know, it's complicated. Sort of like steps out of the hug a little bit and looks up at you, Tony. You're still covered in blood, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get any on you?
Annika kind of just looks at themselves. Does Annika have prestidigitation? Nope.
I don't either.
Just looks about. I don't think so. It seems like it's mostly dried by now. I don't want to make this about me, though. I know it's like, from what it sounded like, it's this person was after you.
Uh-oh.
Like, oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Dead. For a moment.
Tony just
This
like
is so scary.
gives Annika a hug and then just blips out of existence.
Okay, my internet crashed.
Oh, no.
I'm here.
Oh, whoops.
But yeah, Annika just looks at you and is like, I don't mean to make this about me, but like this person seems like they were after you. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know what? Since they came all this way here, it might be better if I stay at an inn for the time being. I feel like it'd be safer for the rest of you that way.
But
No. Maybe not saying here's a good idea, but I don't think you should be by yourself.
oh, I was just thinking it would.
Well, even together, you know, they still broke into this house and they put all of you in danger. And I can't let that happen. They wouldn't have attacked you guys if I wasn't here, so.
Well,
Even though, you know, technically they aren't really attacking you guys, but still. They still put you guys in danger. And I can't let that happen again.
I mean, like, we've only known each other for just like 2 or so weeks now, but like I've already gotten quite used to your presence, and I don't know, Fordia, what do you think?
Well, it's whatever you think is best. It's also whatever you think is best for your home. Personally, I know you don't want to leave, but you're going to be leaving for business anyway.
I am?
So it's kind of, well, you're going to be going in and out if we're going to go get Maya's and stuff.
Oh,
is what I
I
mean.
forgot that we were doing that. And see kind of
Yes.
a glimmer in their eye kind of shine a little bit.
Yes. Tony, I don't think you should go by yourself. I think you should have at least one other person, maybe a bodyguard, something of that sort. I'd go with you. Or if you'd really, really want to do this on your own and you think you'll be fine, then
I don't want to
can't
be
stop
alone! I don't want to be
Okay.
alone!
Okay, I didn't think so.
And we're a team now, so at least for the moment, as he said, Fordia. So like we gotta, you know, have each other's backs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe it's weird timing for all of this stuff to be just kind of exploding all at once. Like, surely that person has to be related to one of these crazy things that's happened in the past few weeks, right?
Probably.
So if it's on the same path, then there's no reason why we would stray aside anyway, right?
Yeah, I think trying to avoid this might just make it worse. That's how most things in life are. If I've learned one thing, it's probably that, the hard way.
I guess that makes sense.
Annika kind of turns back to all the stuff that they've been packing. And then like spots something in like a corner and picks it up and is like, oh, I forgot I made this. Oh, I don't really need to take it with me, but...
And what's that?
What is it?
Oh, it's, kind of turns around, walks over to you guys. You see it's this little metallic figurine that, it looks like an, like, angel that's, like, fixed on this, like, wooden base. And, Annika presses a little button on it, and the angel starts to kind of, like, dance in place. And it actually lifts off of the little base plate and starts flying around, just kind of in like a 1 foot area around it, just doing this like dance in the air. I made this with my mom back in the day. This is one of the first little trinkets I made. Completely forgot about
You
it.
made that?
Yeah. I've not
You
made...
should keep it.
Well, I mean, I've made, like... Well, me and my dad mostly, and my mom a bit as well, made most of the stuff in here. But, like, there's nothing special about this one. It's just... I don't know, it's cute.
Well, you should
But
keep
you said
it.
it's the first, right?
Not the first, but, like, the first... The first thing that I properly tried to fuse the arcane with the mechanical.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, if you can't
If you
take
don't
a
have enough
place
room
with
in
you,
your
then
bag,
take
I have enough
something-
room in mine.
There you go.
Okay, sure. Hands you the little angel finishes its dance and lands back on the pedestal and goes back into this pose and just remains still, attached once again to the little wood pedestal, and Annika just hands it to you.
Tawny's like rubbing her paws all over it. Like, you know when you're like a kid at a store
Your bloody
and like your
paws.
parents tell you to like stop. Your parents tell you to stop touching all the jewelry and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how she's touching it. Like she's just rubbing it all over.
Annika looks at you and is like, oh, be careful. Okay, that's fine.
Well, you can't take the whole place with you, so if you need to take something that reminds you of it, and that's the best you can do, then
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes that's what you need.
I'm trying to pack all my tools, and you guys look around and you see that a lot of the books that were on like the scrolls that were on the various like shelves, most of them seem to be like missing now. And Annika looks back at the pile of scrap and stuff. Like, man, like, I don't want to abandon this place. This is my home. But I guess maybe we, at least for a few days, maybe we should just sift around places.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no magic, so I'm probably not the best person to sympathize with about this, but I think you should take something with you that reminds you of it and come back to it later.
Okay, I can not take my entire main identifying table. That's a really big thing. Yeah, I'll see about that, but I don't want... This place is... I mean... This place is important. So... I think we should figure out how to get rid of this assailant problem, and then see what happens.
Yeah. This place will still be here, so
Yeah. The, thankfully, one of the great things about Sale is that the government is awful, and so they aren't gonna, just repo my entire house, which they would have done by now
Government's awful in
because
most
the
places.
rightful owner is dead, so...
Oh well.
I mean,
Ownership.
technically, the rightful owner isn't dead. The first rightful owner, I think, is dead. Then it transitioned to my dad. Probably. And I guess well, I guess it's still under his... But he hasn't been in years. Anyway, I'm rambling. What are you guys feeling for the day, just for... regarding all of this? Tony, if you want to clean up some of the blood, there's a shower tap outside of my house.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that. I think I will do that. I don't really like being covered in blood all that much. My fur feels hard.
It's interesting because you seem to use your own blood a lot when you're fighting, but
Well, that's because it's my blood. I don't like other people's blood.
that's very fair. I also don't like other people's blood on me.
So I'm going to take you up on that offer and go shower. And she goes down the ladder.
I
Okay.
can help you clean up. I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, were you talking to Annika?
I was talking to Annika, but if you want me to do that, I can do that.
I don't think I want your help. Never mind. I'm gonna keep going. And she runs down the ladder.
Did you almost hit Yuri twice?
Nothing
Bro.
wrong with two girlies helping each other shower.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Annika looks to you, Bordia. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Just, if you see anything that has a little red dash on it, please don't touch it.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys begin packing up some things, and meanwhile, back over to Patch and Filtar. Patch, what have you been talking about with Filtar, do you think?
I think Filtar has just been going, like, not aimlessly, but just jumping from topic to topic to try and start some sort of deeper conversation, and Patch is just... Patch?
Yeah, he just like one-word responses. So, you guys finish your meal, question mark? And, you, about, like, as Filtar is about done with his drink, there's like a door, like a bookcase that swings open like a door in the back of the building, and 3 figures step out. You go ahead and roll a history or insight for me.
Okay, let me see which one of these is going to be better off considering exhaustion.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's your turn.
Okay, insight, definitely, insight. Oh God!
Uh-oh.
What just
That's a,
happened?
that's a 3.
Okay.
Oh.
So you see these 3 figures just kind of walk out. They greet like some of the barmaids, and the other chefs and all that, and they all seem to be on good relations. You do see that they all seem to share a peculiar tattoo on their arms, and they just start to head out of the building. They pass by you. One of them gives you a little bit of like a confused look. Another one gives you like a sort of knowingly surprised look.
Okay.
And they just start to walk out the building.
Alright, I turn to Filtar. Would you like to follow them?
Filtar, who was like in the middle of conversation and just like talking, it's like, so you know, back I used to actually play piano, huh? Oh, though, yes. Did they just? Was that an actual secret bookcase? I've always
Yes.
wanted to see one of those in person. Well, that's fun. Well, we
It
gotta,
was
don't
quite
we?
amusing to watch the bookcase open and no books fall out.
Yeah. You know, I had a friend, back, in the plateau. His name was T.J. Eckelberg.
Oh my
Let's
god.
continue to trail them instead of talking about this.
And, so you guys get out. Are you like just trying to stealthily follow them, or, just like following them, approaching them?
Stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
Please, I swear to
With
God.
disadvantage, yes.
Please. Oh, that fell, and it didn't land on any specific side.
Yeah. Go ahead and
Good
reroll.
sign. Good sign. Oh God, that's a 2.
Oh!
No!
Okay, so
What is
Filtar
happening?
just like is kind of like trying to blend in with like the roads are starting to get a little bit more busy, and it's trying to like blend in with the crowd, and you kind of are trying to as well, but people are like giving you space because they're like, whoa, there's a walking automaton here, and just it's very clear that this is happening, and you start to follow them. And so you guys are about right here on the map, and they start walking a little bit this way and kind of going back around the edges. Go up a little bit, and they seem to be taking a lot of turns. And behind one of them, one of the turns, you guys kind of peek around the corner, and you just see the 3 of them just like staring at you, hands on their hips, looking at you with like what's happening, and the one who looked confused at seeing you just looks and goes, well, what are, what's a lion and a robot following us around for, huh?
You have a cool tattoo.
Gosh, why did I pick the one gang that I can't remember the name of? Because I don't have my laptop. Hang on, screw this. I'm grabbing my laptop right now, and I'm gonna try to pull it up real quick. Because I still have the information. It's just, like, a little bit harder to get to. It's here. It's here.
You got this.
I'm sorry. The thing in chat.
In Discord chat?
Yeah.
Please tell me there's an impreg.
There was earlier, but no.
The big image of sail is covering the chat. I can't actually see it.
Well, you.
Where is
And a
the...
pregnant man.
I really like the insinuation that Patch is the wardrobe in this analogy.
What?
Of course.
Is this a Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's the witch? Vordia?
Philtar, Vordia, and Patch.
Patch is the wardrobe.
I don't know why that happened in my brain, but it did. So.
It's so good.
That is pretty good. Where is my
Anyway.
darn file? Oh, I saw it. Maybe. Did I see it? Was it there? I thought it was there.
Anyways,
He's here somewhere. Where's my entire world building file? Where the heck did it go? There it is. Get over here, nerd.
hell yeah. Anyways, back to Patch and Philtar's worst hinge date ever.
That was something, alright.
Okay.
Unstoppable force needs a movable object.
It's in the encyclopedia. It's not in the encyclopedia. It's in the world building section. Nope, not that world building section. The other world building section. I'm very organized.
I keep half expecting to just say, "Oh, it's in the gang section."
I really should have a gang section. I have a whole encyclopedia section. I can just add that.
That's true.
There's that one. There's that one. Yes. Okay. Ooh. Back into it. So you're like nice tats, and the one in the middle who's a bit taller seems to be Elvin. It's like, well, you're not from around here, are you? Huh? Don't recognize the sign immediately. Say, just who are you? Philtar steps forward. My apologies. I just wanted to ask you about the bookcase. That's really cool. How does it work? Is gonna roll a persuasion check, or a insight, or a deception check, actually. Okay, that was surprisingly close. The guy in the middle, we're the ones asking the questions here. You may be tailing us, but that doesn't put you in a position of power, especially when it's as awful as that. I mean, you guys are real clumsy, you know that? The third one, the one who gave that kind of knowingly surprised look, to you, Patch, has not said anything yet, is a little bit more, like, grizzled, seems to be very, like, masculine frame, wearing, like, some, brigandine armor, looks at you, and just puts a hand up to, the other two. Wait a second, this one is quite interesting. I mean, of course a robot doesn't walk around the day, but just as normal. I think we should let them ask some questions. I have a few of my own as well. Middle guy goes, Jaylar, you know we have things to do, and we can't keep going on dilly-dallying. Galen has stuff for us. The first person as well looks over to I already forget what the name I just gave him was, so he's having a new name. I think it was Jalier. That's what it was. A JavaScript error. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
I don't know what that was for.
What the frick?
The first guy looks.
What the skibbity?
No, no.
Patch, I might have to put you down for that one.
No.
I'd like to see you try.
Ooh, oh boy. First guy looks over to Jalier. No, I'm actually a little bit curious myself, but who are you guys? Looks at you, Patch.
I am a traveler.
Clearly by those tattered cloaks, but what are you doing in this city?
Looking for information about what I am.
The guy on the I guess your right says, oh well, if it's information you seek, I might be able to propose you a little bit of a trade.
What are you interested in?
You.
Oh,
Not in that way.
Spicy.
Voice in my head. Not in that way.
Patch instinctively grabs Philtar's hand and says, "We are busy."
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Or a deception. Yeah, roll deception.
God, this better be a nat 20. I swear to God.
Remember, you have disadvantage.
I remember. What are my choices?
Just deception.
At 11.
11? Okay. Alright.
I already had a -1 on that.
you know why that took me out so bad.
You're not the only one being taken out, apparently, Elliot.
We are busy.
Hey! In Patch's defense, Philtar was the one who asked them out first.
Who knows if it's a date? We don't, like, I don't know. Philtar doesn't see it that way.
I've been trying really hard to find a way to turn this entire conversation into an Abbott and Costello bit. Let me have this.
This is amazing. No, I'm living.
So the guy in the middle looks at you and is like, yeah, right. What's your deal, Jailer? I'm curious. Because, if you keep trying to make these deals, the higher-ups are gonna get a little upset at us. Can't keep on doing this. There was already yesterday with my wife. Come on, man. That just wasn't even cool. And the Jailer looks at you, Patch, and just reaches back and puts a hand over the middle guy's mouth. I actually might know a little bit about your kind. Would you let me have a little bit of a closer look?
What are you interested in seeing specifically?
Your serial number.
Understood.
Can I? I
Yes,
can tell you.
that is what I just said.
You said understood. That wasn't necessarily an whatever, walks up to you. Feltar kind of takes a little bit of a step back, and this guy comes up. Yeah, he's more grizzly, he's shorter, sort of looks at you. Take your cloak off.
You are being quite forward. It still doesn't.
That's how stuff works in this town. So you take your cloak off, and this guy spins you around. Seems to be a half elf, short for a half elf, and looks and kind of tries. Oh my gosh! Hello, I'm Rena. Thank you for the first time chat. That boosts my stats, but I already have the best viewers. Go away. You feel like a few things like prick into your back, and then suddenly your chest opens up, and you know what's in there, but
I figured this was where this was going.
the there's a no, there's not a pancake.
Oh my god.
All of the food just gets shoved into this one pocket.
Your chest opens up, but it's a rather tight space still, and you know what's there, but the other guy, Jalier, turns up front, and actually Filtar comes up front to peek in as well. And the other two are looking very intently and just kind of, they have their arms crossed. Of course, within this chamber is this glowing prismatic crystal. It's like not rapidly, it's like, it's going RGB, but it's all like pastel RGB. And it's very bright. And you can sort of feel some of your energy, like, almost, like, tense up a bit as this part of you is exposed. Jalier looks at it and is like, wow, well, not been able to see an alive one. That's quite fascinating. Traces his finger along the inside of one of, like, the chest, like, flaps that opened up. And it's actually covered in a little bit of dust and kind of brushes some off once he feels around a little bit. And, looks at seemingly some numbers and letters. There's a dash. And you can't, it's hard for you to see this because you're, your head's up there. And then taps their finger. There's a little dong dong as they tap their finger. So you are a JS1, huh? Quite a fascinating feat. They say that those, the ones made from the JS steel are typically the stronger ones.
You must understand that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey, you really don't know where you're from, huh? Well,
No.
let me take a wild guess and say you might have come up here from a bit southwest, huh?
Yes.
Yep. From the ruins down there, the big ones.
I believe so.
You know, that used to be a place of great science. There are lots of corpses around there of your kind. I'm surprised you haven't found any before. Go ahead and roll a history check for me, Patch.
Oh God, what's I 10.
Okay, exactly what you needed.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fine then.
So, you think back and you think back on this one recurring dream you have. And you think back to where you awoke. And it was hard to tell, but you remember at some point in that dream turning around and seeing where you were coming from. And they weren't ruins, they were full villages. And it's hard to tell, but some of the materials, like the specific coloration of the stones, looks like it kind of matches some of the stuff that was around there. Just from what you can remember. And you feel the edges of your vision go red for a moment, but you suppress it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, we don't know a ton about the JS steel production, but we don't even know what JS stands for, but ETN JS, that's you, baby.
Could you please tell me who we are?
We're still looking into that ourselves, and for that information, you're gonna have to come with us. This is a trade.
It turns to Filtar. Do you have anything better to do today?
Filtar looks down at you, Patch, and it's like whispers over to you, like, should we go get the others? I don't want to get involved with gang stuff here.
I say that was the idea.
Oh. I'm gonna go. Be safe, okay, bye! And so Filtar just kind of walks off, and the guy in the middle, who was in the middle, now is just the one on the right. It's like, oh, hey, you can't just, looks to you, Patch. Is that one your new master?
I have no master, but he was a horrible date.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh god. Oh god, that's a 6.
Oh, hon.
I keep getting awful rolls. I don't think I've gotten one that's higher than a 14.
The guy on the left, like, oh, well, certainly some kind of date that is. No one wants to date a robot. And the person in the middle sort of closes the chest cavity, and then you feel these little pins in your back press in once more, and this guy says, well, wanna come meet some of the Galen members?
Perhaps another time.
Okay, well, Boys? Looks back. The other two. The one in the middle. I really don't want to start a fight right now. You know what? We'll take it diplomatic. It's fine. You're a rarity. Don't want to cause any undue stress. Where can we contact you? Little ETNJS figure.
I was about to default to say at Annika's address, but I remembered it from last session. Addresses don't exist.
Yep. You just a nomad or what?
Just a nomad.
Okay, well, tell you what. If you want to take us up on your offer, or Bailey's offer, rather, come back to the silver skillet and knock 2 times, pause, and then knock 3 more times on that bookcase. Alright?
Understood.
If you tell anyone else, you're dead.
Also understood.
Alright, gang, well, like I said, I got stuff to do. Let's roll out. And so the other two start to walk off back down the alley that they were heading down, and Jalier like sort of comes up from a crouch position and grabs your hand and looks at you in the eye and says, "Listen, I would love to talk more. It's just, you know, how culture works here. Please do come by. I have a lot of important things that I think you could hear." And
Understood.
then walks off with the others, leaving you in this alleyway by yourself.
I'm back to Annika's place.
You head back? Okay. So...
Wait.
Yeah?
Can I pick up my stuff?
What do you mean your stuff?
I did drop the cloak,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you can pick... Yeah, of course. I'd assume you would.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that very clearly and definitively, because I did not just want to have Patch walking around naked after Philtar saw them naked.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So you head back over to Annika's house. And back over there, Tony, you are, you know, cleaning yourself off. You get done. You get most of the blood off. It's still a little bit stained, but it's you know, fine for the most part. What are you up to? After that?
Lying on the love seat.
Nice. Go ahead and roll a wisdom, guys.
I have PTSD.
Okay, so you're just chillaxing, taking it easy. Vordia, what are you up to? You've been helping Annika pack, and Annika packs a good bit. Oh, they've sent me a message. I should look at that. So yeah, you pack up a lot of Annika's stuff with them. Gosh darn it, Leif sent me a pregnant man emote in DMs. So over this time, Annika's just, you know, asking you various questions about the Raven Queen and all those kinds of things. Making small talk.
Sorry, my internet just took a crap.
Oh no, it's okay. It's a natural bodily function of the internet.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you are you're helping Annika pack up. Is there anything in particular you want to like do while you're doing this?
I'm trying to like see if there's a pattern of stuff that they've collected or if there are things in common that they specifically asked me not to touch.
Okay. Roll an investigation check for me.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a 9.
Okay. Dang, this is not a hot table today.
The table is cold.
Cold table. So, as you're kind of helping dig through stuff, you do what you can catch is that all the things that are marked with these little red dashes they look just substantially more advanced than like some of the other things. And you're sort of kind of getting the hang of what like Annika's style for like tinkering and like arcane practices is, and these do not look like Annika's.
So probably Dad's. I'm not gonna touch them.
Okay. So you don't pack up like everything, just like a lot of the essential things. There are lots of books. It's mostly books, honestly. But there are various devices seeming like weird little, like, you couldn't even guess what half of these were. And eventually you feel sufficiently packed. You got Annika has now about two pretty full bags of stuff, and just like, well, this will be a lot to carry, but this is all kind of necessary. Thanks for the help, Vordia. Is there anything I can do for you? I feel bad just having you just do all this for me or with
I
me.
think that's your next goal. No, I mean,
Oh no! No!
Get pregnant,
did
man.
my mic die?
Your mic did
Your mic
die, and I
died,
got
yeah.
pregnant man as a result.
Your mic died, and we got to pregnant man.
We win.
What were you saying, Vardia? Uh-oh. Elliot! Elliot!
Yeah.
Everything moving on Discord.
Oh, you're back. Are you back? You're not back.
Elliot.
Can you hear me on Discord?
Oh, yeah. You're back? Maybe?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Bro. I'm actually so mad. My internet. Okay.
Yeah?
Anyway,
Yeah.
You're here now, I think.
let's
You're back?
lock in.
You're
What
safe
was I
now.
doing?
What were you doing?
No, I don't really need help. I mean, I'm pretty mobile. I've got this
No,
little
no.
pack, as you can see. That's basic.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Well, I mean, I'm not in terms of packing necessarily. I mean, more just as a. I know it's a chore. They're just I dropped a D20. Where'd she go? Annika dropped it. Oh, Coffee, get over here. Ugh. What?
When you go out of frame and the model just like snaps and then you go back in frame, it's actually so funny.
Part of being a VTuber.
Lord.
But yeah, Annika's just like, if there's just anything, you know, tedious that you need help with, I'd be happy to assist. I feel like I've just been asking a lot from all of you and not getting much in return.
Well, you're very sweet. To be so reciprocal. I'm very simple. If you want to help me find some cool bones, maybe grow
I've
my
got cool
pack or my
bones.
collection.
Do you want some cool bones? I've got some cool bones.
Sure. I mean, that's really all I've got going for me. I've got a bigger goal I'm working on, but
What?
I have lived a long
That's-
time and I don't have a lot of need for material things, is what I'm saying. But I like bones.
Okay, let me go grab some. Climbs one of the bookshelves, just like a just creature. And you see like there's like a cabinet up at the top. Reaches in, starts climbing in the cabinet, literally gets inside the cabinet. You hear another like, like as another like door is opened inside of this cabinet. You hear like a boom, ow, then like like a bloop, 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 bloop. And then Annika's feet pop back out of the cabinet. You hear, and then Annika drops back down to the floor, and then mage hands up to that cabinet and just closes the cabinet with the mage hand. And it just has this like weird little skull. And the skull has antlers on it. You can roll nature on this if you want.
Yes, please. Nature. I mean, that's an 11. Not terrible.
Yeah, you can. The skull's in such good condition. You can identify this as a jackalope skull.
Huh.
So it's got the little bunny skull with the antlers. And just kind of like hands it to you. Here you go. I got a few more back there, but this was the coolest one I could find. I used to collect a lot when I was little.
Wow, thank you. I'm surprised we have that in common, but it's pretty cool.
I mean, trinket collectors are trinket collectors, that's for sure.
It's going next to me other antlers and the other skulls.
I'm glad to leave a little mark, I suppose.
A little bit.
And so, about this time, you hear a knock on the door. Both you, Tony, and Vordia, and Annika hear this knock.
Is the door locked?
I mean, you don't know.
That would make sense, huh? Okay.
Do you want me to open it? Is that what this is?
Wait, are they both still upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh. Tony just kind of looks at the door. Wait, is there a window on the door? Like, can I look through the window?
Yeah, there's
Or,
a
like,
there's a
door
tiny
thingy?
little window.
Okay, Tony's gonna get up and look through the window thing.
Okay. You see a bunch of white fluff.
Ugh. She goes and she cracks open the door a little and just whispers, "Are you real?"
What do you mean, am I real? Of course I'm real, let me in. It's Filtar.
Say something that only Filtar would say.
Vordia is not actually married to the Raven Queen.
Yeah, I guess that is something you would say. Okay, you can come in. And she opens the door and goes back to the love seat.
Well, you're rather feisty this morning, aren't you? Anyway, where did everyone else go?
She points to the ladder.
At this point, Annika drops down the ladder. Do you follow, Vordia?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh my god, this is fucking killing me.
I feel you on that one.
Perception. Okay, that's a 12. I don't know why I keep. It's literally like 9, 8, or 10. Anyway, that's like
Okay.
all I've been fucking rolling.
I feel you on that one.
You heard married to the Raven Queen. That's as Filtar was entering. That's just what you heard. But yeah, do you go down with? So the lot of you are gathered down, and Filtar is just kind of like closes the door, and it's like, okay, I think Patch might have been kidnapped by a gang. And it was kind of erotic. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but
Were you on a date?
What?
no, we were not on a date. But I think
Okay.
I think these gang members might have wanted to take Patch on a date. And I'm a little bit worried that they're going to kidnap them because they're gang members.
Okay. So
Oh,
on this
yeah,
totally
no.
not date that you went on,
Yes.
you just so happened to run into some gang members.
Look,
That
we were at this lovely place. No, that makes it sound worse. We were getting coffee as friends, trying to learn more about. Nope, that doesn't work either. Look, it's a new friend. Vordia, you know me. I like to know about the people around me, especially around you. But anyway,
Well?
there were some people who came out of a bookcase, an actual hidden bookcase. Do you think we have any of those back in the plateau?
oh, of course. If not, we can make one. I mean,
Done deal.
for the vibe.
Yes, there were these people who came out of the bookcase door, and we followed them because they perhaps seemed to be interested in them. Nope, that sounds even worse. And we talked to them, and then they took off Patch's cloak. That still sounds not correct, but trust me on this one. And they pressed some things on his back and opened up his of their chest, and that still sounds really strange.
So
And-
Patch has had a bit of a weird day, huh?
Yes, but the thing is, I don't want you guys to lose your friend, and frankly, Patch seems like a good ally, and I don't want their
I didn't
absence.
think they were into that kind of thing. I didn't think they had it in them.
I don't think that's... I don't know what happened. I think
it's
Patch might be a
freaky.
little bit too airheaded for that kind of
Yeah,
ordeal.
you never know.
And how long have you known them? 2 days?
2 days, but I mean, in the conversation, we talked for quite a while at this little restaurant, and I
Oh, I'm sure you did.
I swear I did not get a single thing out of them. They I was trying to find out anything about them, and I found out a bit of their views on death, but I mean, not much more than that. But anyway, Patch is
They-
missing.
We should probably go find him, right? Before things get a little more erotic, as
Yeah.
this guy puts it.
Look, I put it that way because I tend to try to make jokes out of things when I'm scared. I can't believe I actually just said that, but that's okay. What do we do?
Well, where'd you see him?
They were... I kind of got a little bit lost for a minute, but it was like around southwest of town.
Why don't you take us back to the scene of the crime?
Okay.
I
And
feel so bad. I have to leave. If you need any advice, just think WWVD.
yeah.
You got this.
WWVD.
WWVD.
See ya.
Bye bye.
So, I fear there's another pregnant man in chat.
It's not pregnant man this time, I promise.
I don't believe you, Laura. I don't believe you.
Do you believe me?
Promise.
I
there's not
especially
another
don't
pregnant
believe you, Salt.
That's not nice. I would never pregnant man you, Emmy.
Emmy, I have never pregnant manned in my life.
Have I ever pregnant manned you before, Emmy?
This sounds more and more concerning.
Emmy, I am not a man, and I do not know very many men. There is no one for me to pregnant man.
I am preg all the time. I don't know what to do.
That's fair. If you have the resources available to you to pregnant man,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
I'm speechless. So, Tony and Patch. Well, no. Well, yeah, you guys are the ones who are left. But, Gav is still sleeping. But Tony, you
Must be nice.
and Annika and Vordia and Filtar all go rushing out the door. Filtar takes you back to where the scene of the crime was. Actually takes you to the little restaurant. This is where we had. Well, they got a skillet, which is really weird because the place is called the Silver Skillet. I don't know what they did with the skillet, but they just held it the whole time. And I got my usual that Vordia, I'm sure, knows about. And then we went this way and starts following. Patch, it's about this time that you arrive back at Annika's house. And,
Uh-huh.
what do you do?
I knock on the door, waiting for someone to respond.
Okay,
I'm
nobody
guessing
responds.
no one does.
Nope.
Let myself in.
Okay. The door is not locked. You guys ran in a hurry. You
Okay,
see
thank God.
Gab still sleeping. No one else is there.
I go to the rest of my stuff. I put the skillet with the rest of my stuff.
Okay. Be sure to
then
mark down your skillet on your inventory.
I did. I
Okay,
already
good.
did. That was my plan all along.
Also, Saul, did you mark the dagger that you got on your sheet?
Yep.
Good. Good. Okay.
And then I sit next to Gab. Just
Yeah.
like either next to or just on the bed.
Just crawl in bed with Gab.
Yeah, just crawl in bed with Gab.
Dang, things are getting steamy this session.
And
Yeah?
I still do have that, like, sending stone thing, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Is that it?
I just wanted to make sure that I still have it, yeah.
Okay, you still have it. Is there anything
I'm
else
just
you
because
want
I'm
to
also
do?
not yet. I just want to remember that I have the sending stone because I'm realizing I forgot to write that down.
Yeah. So you sit next to Gab. Do you do anything, or are you just hanging out?
Just waiting.
Okay. And so switching back over to Tony and the gang, Filtar is leading you down these various places, and you come about to where Patch was earlier, and Filtar just goes, "Oh no, they're gone. I knew they kidnapped them."
Why did you let him get kidnapped?
I was trying to run to get help. What do you think I was doing? That's why I ran in so urgently. And I was kind of weirded out by the whole situation. They literally
Okay,
they opened them up.
Yeah, that seems a little.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, I mean,
They have
Patch
this
is a robot.
They had like this crystal thing inside of their chest. It was very strange, and something about ETNJS.
That's a little weird.
Annika's here. Annika, because wait. ETNJS? That's what was on the wristband, the bracelet in the Mayas. What?
In the Mayas?
Yeah, remember? I found the one that was at the flower.
Oh, yeah. Huh, that is kind of weird.
That okay, I want to find Patch quick because I want to ask them a lot of questions suddenly. Can anyone find anything? Go ahead and roll investigation for me, Tony.
My favorite. I always
Yep.
roll low. I haven't had a dice pulled up in this entire session, so.
Do you not have physical dice?
Oh,
You don't?
I got a 20, but it wasn't like natural 20. It was like 18 plus 2.
Dirty 20.
Oh, that's what it is? Dirty
Yep.
20? Okay.
Dirty 20.
I was about to say, maybe since Vordia and I have been getting such low and bad rolls, you would be blessed with
Yeah,
really good
you and Gab would. Let me just say, I'm gonna
For
roll.
what she's perceptive.
I'm gonna roll a d20 just in the name of Gab and see if it's high. 11.
Yeah.
You checks out.
And so hello, Jake. So you rolled what? A
20.
Dirty
Dirty
20.
No, yeah. That's what we were just talking about. So you look around and you see the tracks. You can kind of like figure out. You see some footprints left by three humanoid figures, 3 like sets of boot prints. You also see Patch's very like unique footprint going back the way you guys came, going away from these other footprints, but you do see where those are going, and they seem to trail around another corner.
Well, looking at these footprints, it looks like Patch wasn't kidnapped. They actually parted ways.
Oh, well, that's good. To be honest,
But they're going in the
wasn't-
direction that we came from, so Patches, that is.
Though that's odd. You know, I was really expecting gang culture to be much more like violent and all over the place. But
Maybe Patch is so tough and scary that they ran away.
I'd like to think that way. Well, should we follow those tracks, or what?
Well, we're gonna save Patch, so let's follow Patch's tracks.
Alrighty. Annika is also gonna roll investigation. Oh, I thought that was a nat 1, but that's a 7.
Would have been so funny.
What's your modifier, Ani? It is... Oh, you're freaking busted with investigation. 13. So... Annika kind of helps you along with trying to find these tracks. And you guys keep following them. Laura, I'll ask you this. Is there anything Patch would have done on the way back home?
Down alleys, but not gone in them. So, like, nothing they would have seen.
Okay. So, yeah, if you would have, like, peered down a few alleys, that would mess up your tracks a little bit. So, Tony, go ahead and roll another investigation check. As, you come around an alley, you're following the tracks, and they seem to get mixed up with, like, some other tracks, or maybe, like, they went in an alley, or you're not entirely sure.
10.
10? Yeah, you're able to stay on course. Again, Patch's footprint is very large and polygonal.
I love being an N64 character.
Yeah. And you eventually make it back to Annika's house, following the tracks.
I think we got lost.
Should we go back and check?
Well, I mean, the tracks did bring us here. We might as well check the house real quick. Maybe we passed them?
Maybe. I mean... Okay.
Do you think we didn't?
I mean,
We
I
can
don't
go
know.
back to the spot.
I'm just thinking, you know... Yeah, let's check the house. Let's check the house, sure. You know, I need some water anyway, so... Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Annika goes and opens the door to see Patch on the bed with Gab.
I want to instill the very specific mental image. As soon as Annika and the rest of them walk through the door, Patch is, like, sitting directly upright on the side of the bed, arms crossed, looking as smug as robotically possible.
Okay. So the rest of you walk in and you see Patch looking very smug on the edge of Gab's bed.
Tony just kind of looks at Philtar and is like, I thought...
Philtar looks at you, Tony. I thought that...
It's very
Well,
rude
it appears
to abandon.
you didn't think.
It is very rude to abandon your date in danger, Philtar.
We were not on a date.
Sure.
I don't know why. I don't know why
Obviously,
everyone
Patch
is
wore the pants
insinuating
on this
that.
date.
Patch doesn't even wear pants.
Yeah, well, you didn't either. You left.
I'm wearing pants right now.
Well, you
You
should give
dropped
them to
the-
Patch.
You dropped
I'm
your
not-
pants like you dropped me when other men showed up.
I don't swing that way.
You left your damsel in distress.
There were no damsel.
You clearly do not know how to treat a lady who is refined like myself, puts one hand over her chest, her bare chest.
Well, Patch, I've known you for 2 days. I don't really do romance. I have my loyalties, and my loyalties are to Lady Mirsha.
Patch, don't listen to him. You know, I'd never treat you that dirty, ever.
Patch nods in agreement, points their other hand, like the one not on their chest, over to Gab, says, I understand Gab here knows how to treat someone properly, unlike you.
What is all this slander for? I'm literally just here. I came back here to get everyone so we could go looking for you.
You were the one who left me in the first place.
You're a fighting, punching robot. You're fine. Take it as a sign of trust if you
Tell him,
dare.
Patch.
I take it as a sign of you being afraid.
I was trying. Yes, I was afraid. In fact, I was afraid that you were getting kidnapped, and I didn't want to get kidnapped with you, so then we'd have nobody to communicate that we were kidnapped, which is why I went and got everyone to go unkidnap you.
Sending stone.
You have a sending stone?
I just dangle it in front of
Why did
Piltar.
nobody tell me that you guys have sending stones?
Oh yeah, we do have those, huh?
Well, this whole thing could have been avoided in that case. Vordia chimes in.
I don't hold one.
Vordia chimes in. Piltar, you know you're way too quick to, judge with these kinds of things. There's a reason why I've always been deemed as the more thoughtful one in our little conclave. Shut up, Vordia.
Clearly, you should know more about your prospective partner before you ask them out, Filtar.
I was not asking on a date. I wanted to get to know you because you are hanging out with the one I'm tasked to protect, and my loyalties lie with those who gave me the task to protect dear Vordia here.
Whatever you say.
I'm gonna go take a walk. And Filtar kind of storms out, seemingly kind of frustrated.
And don't come back until you have pants.
I have pants! Keeps walking.
I love Filtar. What a guy.
Annika looks at all of you and just kind of gives a little bit of a chuckle. Just well, that, I appreciate your guys' ability to stay cheery during all of this. What did they tell you?
Very little.
Filtar mentioned a series of letters. Were they on you?
Yes, although I could not read them myself.
Patch, I think you might be thousands of years old.
Why did you not tell me this earlier?
Look, I didn't know, and Annika kind of comes up to you at this point and procures the bracelet from the Mayas. Look, see, I showed you this before when we were on the in the ruins trying to recover after the Mayas attack, or after the Mayas woke up. Gosh, it's been not that long, and so much has happened. You have the same mark as this bracelet. And this bracelet is thousands of years old.
So then, is it mine?
I don't know. But I think, you might... Sorry, this is just my history nerd kicking in, but you might be one of the only sentient things from the pre-Mayas age that has any recollection of that time.
I do not have recollection of that time.
Oh. Still, like, it's gotta be in there somewhere, right?
Shrugs.
So, because, I mean, whatever happened that started the Mayas age, at least from what all the history books say, it shunted the gods from the physical realm, and with that, their memories of that time as well were made physical. At least that's, what the rumors say. They traded their memories for their flesh, or were forced to, or something. Nobody knows why. But there might be within you somewhere something that even the gods don't know about. Isn't that just fascinating?
Perhaps.
Whoa, Patch is secretly famous.
I do not care for fame or gods. I only want to know what I am, and if there are more like me.
Well, maybe this has something to do with it? I don't know. Holding up the bracelet. I feel like we need to look into this more, because, if you're from that time, then if we can figure out what you were made for, or what you can do, if there's any sort of ancient technology or any sort of just folklore that you could recover, we might be able to get some clues as to what the Mayas are. And I don't know.
That would be very useful.
It would be very useful.
Do you think that White Bloom know about this?
I am unsure. They mostly ignored me while I was punching the Mayas' toes during the attack.
Hi, Caesar.
Julius.
Darn it, I always get it wrong.
Aww.
So who are the people that stripped you anyways?
Shit, I forgot which gang that was.
It was the Galen.
The Galen?
Yeah. G-A-E... Wait, hang on. Let me figure out how I spelled it.
Gaylean? Filtar?
No! They do not lean towards being gay. Not... Well, some of them might. Where's my
I think
world
Filtar would
notes?
find a lot of companionship there.
It's G-A-E-L-E-N. Galen.
Members of Galen talked to me about what I am. One invited me to discuss information at their hideout behind the bookshelf in private.
Monica just kind of like goes like, that's mighty, you know. I'm not good at this. Well, is that something you'd want to do? Because if they have knowledge, then I don't know.
I was
Maybe we
planning
can.
on going eventually when the moment arose.
Okay, well, we do have a moment. I suppose if you wanted to, we could do that now, or I don't know. A lot has happened.
Taking a moment to recuperate seems best in this situation.
I agree. Hey, Patch, I don't think we're gonna stay here tonight.
Does anyone have any other places to stay?
Tony, do you know anyone? Bordia? Bordia shakes her head. I mean, Gab has his followers, but I don't want to put other people, innocent people like that at risk. We could just go over to the Whispering Woad.
Okay, do I want to do this?
What do you want to do?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
What happened?
Patch, what do you want to do?
I'm just thinking a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do this. Okay, can I use the sending stone?
Yeah?
Alright, I wanna call him, you know, the guy.
So it
The only-
it connects to the other sending stone.
Oh. Wait, it connects to the other sending stone?
Yeah.
I thought
I
sent a message to...
I misspoke on the first when you guys first got them.
Hey, then never mind.
The
Just throw that idea out.
The spell sending, though, can cast to, like, anyone. So long as you're familiar with them.
I don't know that, so...
So you could, in theory, if you wanted to, like, find somebody to, like, pay them to cast sending, you could.
That seems like a little bit much for what was ultimately probably going to end up being, like, a very quick joke, almost. I was just going to ask him for, like, hey, Google, hey, Siri, hidden places to stay in Sail. And that was the end of it. And I don't think this bit deserves that much.
Well, we could stay at the Whispering Woad. We could... don't know. We could talk to the scent. Or just stay here and hope for the best. Tony, you look really shook up by... I mean, obviously, but you seemed really shook up by everything that happened last night.
Oh,
Why...
you said I almost forgotten about that.
I just want to ask, just... I mean, I wasn't there, but... They were just attacking you, right?
Can we talk about this later? I think what's happening with Patch is a little more important right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
Gosh. ETNJS. ETNJS. Well... I don't know. Patch, what do you want to do?
Before we leave here, do you have any books on the topic that you... Do you remember if you have any books on the topic of what I am?
I don't think I have anything myself. My dad might know something. He's up in Arain. I think, if he's still alive.
Understood.
So, I mean, it would be a little bit of a trek, but if you wanted to go on a grand quest to go find out more, he could be a good place to start.
I'm sure I'll end up there eventually. For the meantime, let's go to the Whispering Wood.
Okay. That sounds good.
Someone should probably wake up Gab, right?
How about we just go to... No, yeah, we'll wake him up. Monica shakes Gab. Gab doesn't wake up. Man, he must be real sleepy. Well, in that case... Hang on, I need to see if this will work.
I got an idea.
What's your idea?
You can...
No, go for it.
My idea was pick Gab up in a bridal carry.
Okay. Annika was gonna cast Levitate on Gab.
I don't know if one's... I've failed so many checks. Right, but what do I need to do to hear Gab?
I mean, you can just pick him up. I'd say you'd probably need one athletics check to get from here to the Whispering Wood.
Okay.
So you're just gonna grab Gab?
Grab Gab. Yeah, grab. I'm the Gab grabber.
Gab grabber?
Gab grabber.
Oh wait. Is...
Athletics, you said?
Yes.
Ooh. That's a first good roll of the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Gab, who is very asleep, you begin to bridal carry, and, hang on. Let's just saying the audio is broken. I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay, that should have muted them filter, so properties, and Discord. Okay, Glitch, is it better?
Hello?
Hello? Oh,
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Better? Okay. That was really good, Salt. What?
That was a really good one. I thought you just played a sound effect.
What on earth?
That was really good.
Little did you know, I am Mario on the weekends.
On the weekends.
No way.
Tony by day, Mario by night.
No wonder you seem so tired.
Exactly. That's why I keep like getting exhaustion disadvantages.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys make your way over to the Whispering Wood Tavern. And within, you actually see a lot of similar patrons as before. Some of them actually recognize you, Patch, and they kind of give like it's happening in here, even if it's like midday at this point, and it's still happening in here. Like Whispering Wood is just all the time, and some of the people like look over at you, Patch, and go, "Hey!" And they see you carrying Gab, and they go, "Huh?" And they seem a little bit disappointed that Gab is not there to perform. But
underneath the one hand holding up Gab's legs, or so specifically,
yeah.
you just sort of see me give like as much of a thumbs up as I possibly can.
I love it. I love it. So you guys head in. There actually is a performer currently playing some nice jams on a lute, it seems.
A lute, you say?
A lute?
Lute.
A lute, yeah. Hang on, I need to look for a thing.
Real.
That's I understand on like a metaphorical level.
Okay, there we go. So you're hanging out there. Is there anything any of you guys want in particular to do?
Well, I feel like first I should go up to the bar and ask how much a room is so I can just put Gab down.
Okay, that's smart. You go up to the bar. You see the familiar face of Ariatiana. And she looks at you and is like, "Oh, man, it's been a minute since you've been in. Well, what can I do for you?"
How much for 2 rooms?
2 rooms? That'll be, that'll run you about 10 silver, 1 gold piece.
Understood. May I pay you when I put down my companion?
You know what? Why don't you set your companion down on the table here? And then you can pay me.
I just plop Gab on top of the bar.
Bonk. Is he okay, by the way?
He is a heavy sleeper.
Must be. It's prime lunchtime. Oh, rip Salt. Well,
Hey, Salt.
you
Nothing
know,
happened.
heavy sleeper or not, still gonna pay me 1 gold, so hand it over, my good friend.
Was it 1 gold or 10 silver, or was it 1 gold and 10 silver?
1 gold or 10 silver.
Alright, 10 silver.
Okay, they're the same amount. You hand over 10 silver. Do you have 10 silver?
Yeah, I had 15.
Oh, nice. So you toss over 10 silver. Very well. You guys want rooms together, rooms separate? We got a few people in, but either can work.
Separate.
Okay, so let me see here. She goes back to the little box of keys. Says, okay, I can get one of you on the right side, up the stairs, and first door on the left, and another room a little bit past that, about 5 rooms down. Sound good?
Understood.
All right, here you are, and hands you the two keys. Annika walks up to the bar, looks at Ariatiana, and she looks down at them, and it's like, oh, well, hey there, Annika. It's been a minute since I've seen you. How are you doing? Annika, who is carrying a bunch of stuff, is, well, I've been better, but, you know, I have made some friends, as you can see. Ariatiana goes, you're rolling with these guys? Dang, I mean, they were, one of them was a little bit scary last time, but, you know, I'm real proud of you. I know you've been, always been on the more quiet side, but, you know, you're always welcome here to just hang out even. Don't even have to don't have to buy anything. Annika just goes, yeah, I know, it's just, it feels weird just being here by myself. It's something kind of pathetic about it, I feel. Ariatiana goes, no, I'll chat you up anytime. Are either of you two doing anything during this conversation? Oh. You good?
Yeah, nothing happened.
Good. Are either of
Nothing
you
happened.
doing anything while those two are yapping?
I pick up Gab and then go walk to the first room listed,
Okay.
just to put Gab down.
Okay. So, Tony, do you follow or do you stay with Annika and the rest of the gang?
Tony stays with Annika and the rest of the gang.
Okay. I will say, Patch, well, Philtar's not there. Philtar took a walk. But, so that would just leave Vordia. Vordia, goes with you. It's like, I don't particularly want to be in the loud space of the bustling tavern. And comes up with you. What are you doing, Tony? You're
Tony's
just
sitting at the counter playing with the little trinket that Annika put in her bag.
okay. Ariatiana comes up to you as like you can see her and Annika are actually like they're pretty happy in each other's presence. They're eager to see each other. And Ariatiana, she comes over to you and it's like, oh, did our little goblin friend give you that one?
It's so neat, isn't it? And she's just poking it.
Annika is still kind of like, would be careful. And
I'll be gentle, and then she pokes it gently. Like, she just starts going slower.
good. Ariatiana says, yeah, you know, it's always good to, you know, get some of those things. Annika's actually given me a few little trinkets as well. You want to see some of them? And
Yeah.
Annika is like, oh no, those I made so long ago. They're really bad. And Ayatana goes over to a shelf where there's actually a few different little things that you can see might have been made by Annika. And hi, Julius.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Whoa!
And she pulls down from the shelf it seems to be just like, it looks like a little stick, like a little metal stick. And she comes over to you, Tony, and points it at you from across the bar. And she's like, well, you see, our little friend here made this back a good few years ago when when I first started working here. Some people were giving me some trouble, you know, young lady like myself. And Annika made this for me, and it's been quite a lot of fun. And she presses a little button on it, and then lets go and steps back. This appears to be an immovable rod. If you guys know what that item is.
An immovable rod.
Yeah, it's literally just like it's a metal stick, about like a meter long, that I think it's actually adjustable in length, if I remember correctly. But you can click a little button into it, and it just stays in place wherever it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's honestly quite a. You wouldn't think it would come in handy with hecklers and whatnot, but you'd be surprised if you just like poke that into someone's mouth while they're trying to yell at you and just leave it there. They gotta back up. Can't come any closer then. So, and if it's a busy day, that's usually when the hecklers are around. Nowhere else for them to go but
Makes
out.
sense
So
to me.
it's a great thing. And Annika's just like, oh, Ari, I could make one of those any day. And she says, oh, well, you know, it's special when you give a gift to a friend. And honestly, it's a pretty practical one. So, my tabaxi friend, I'm curious, just because it's fun, what do you think of Annika? And Annika, you see, just like, despite being purple, goes like beet red. Why is it just playing the one song over and over again?
It's the tavern theme.
It's the tavern theme.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 songs it can choose from.
Yeah, and this is the tavern theme.
Especially for the tavern that we're specifically in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll manually change it.
No.
Do you want it back?
I don't mind a change. It's okay.
I don't either. Yay! It's back.
So yeah, Annika goes like beet red and just kind of turns around. It's like, Ernie, why? And so Ariatiana looks at you, Tony, and is like, what do you think about him?
Tony looks at the little angel thing and looks back at Annika and then pulls Annika into a hug and is like, Annika is just so smart and adorable. It's kind of shocking that she's so much younger than me. I mean, even if it is only 3 years. But still, she's like a baby and she's so smart and it's so cool.
You're just like squeezing Annika, and Annika's like, you can feel the heat radiating off of like, just off of Annika, just like fully blushing. And it's just like, I try my best, I'm just a little guy. And Ariatiana goes, yeah, you know, we actually met, I'd say I'm probably about your age, and, Annika and I, we've been friends, I guess, for a while. We're both homeschooled, so we somehow managed to find each other in being homeschooled. Just, when you live in the neighborhood and you see the one person who's always home. Granted, the school systems are not very great here, and it's mostly private tutors, but
Oh yeah, I get it. I was like that with my best friend too.
oh, you were? Who would that be?
And then she kind of sits there for a second, and then she lets go of Annika. She's like, "What did I just say? Oh,
You were homeschooled as well, the experience.
oh yeah, I was homeschooled. Kind of sucks. I wanted to go to actual school,
I mean,
and get in like those school fights and like have food fights with other kids and stuff. But you know what? It's okay.
I feel the same thing, but I mean, yeah, down here nobody gets that experience. I say homeschooling over private tutoring because it was really just, for Annika and I, it was just our parents doing the work of teaching us stuff. But Ani's parents are, real tough cookies. Annika turns around again, looks at Ariatiana, and Ari just kind of goes, "Oh, yeah, sorry." And, glad to know you think of our dear friend as highly as I do. But I'll tell
But
you,
of course.
this one's special, and if you or anyone else dare make a scratch on my best friend Annika, they are going to die. And she
Trust me,
clicks
I'll
out.
do the killing for you.
She clicks out the immovable rod and just puts it back on the shelf. Annika is just like, why is everyone talking about me suddenly? You know what? Ari, what do you think about Tony, huh?
Well, she thinks I'm super cool, of course, because I am.
And, Anyatiana just looks at Annika, just completely, just, smug face, looking at the little goblin, and is just like, I think she's definitely a cutie. To which Annika blushes again. And is like, you can't just say that in front of people. And Ari is just like, yeah, I can. You're the one who can't say it. And Annika's just like, shut up. And then Annika is like, I'm gonna go check on Harmonious Gav, and walks off.
The full legal name.
Patch, what are you doing with Gab up in the room, up there?
Fiddling with the keys for half of the time, and then the other half I just sit Gab down, and then I'm sitting on the ground in the exact same way I was the first time we stayed here, but I'm not turned off.
Okay.
I'm just sitting and staring at the door.
Okay. A moment later, you hear a knock on the door.
Stand up, go to open it.
It's Annika.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Ken.
Hello.
Hi. Annika's still, flustered.
I move out of the doorway to let out a hand to let Annika in.
Okay, Annika takes your lead and walks on inside. Patch, do you have you been I don't know, this is a weird question. Have you been having fun with all of us?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have too.
I'm glad you have.
I kind of forgot what it's like to hang out with, other people.
Well, now you have us.
Say, have you had, you say you have a dad, right?
Yes.
Did you have friends back home?
No.
Oh, well, guess that makes kind of two of us, although I'm realizing now that maybe I had a little bit more than I believed. What's your dad like?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Because I haven't continued this series, I'm just going to pull up the fucking characters fandom wiki page
Be
and go
careful
down to
in
the
doing that,
personality
I will
section.
say. Be careful in doing that. You don't want to
Oh,
get spoilers.
I'm just looking at the personality part.
Okay, good.
He is a very determined
I
man.
mean, it must be to
He's
get.
also full of himself.
Well, you definitely seemingly didn't adopt that trait. Which I think is a good thing. Overconfidence, is, especially in the realm of magic, is a pretty dangerous thing. So, is he also a automaton?
No.
Oh. So how's he your dad?
He awoke and found me in the ruins.
Wow.
I stayed with them for a while before leaving to find out more about myself.
Sounds like a good guy. Oh.
He is.
We're gonna help you. You're gonna find out who you are, Patch. And, if you don't, you can define who you are for yourself. You don't have to listen to all that.
Understood.
So, Tony, what are you doing?
Tony,
It's just you there at the bar, bunch of people around, and Ariatiana.
Wouldn't Vordia still be there?
Vordia
Ask
came up
Vordia what
with
up
you
with
guys. Yeah, Vordia went up with you guys.
My bad.
Tony doesn't want to be tempted by food, so Tony's probably gonna go upstairs too.
Okay. Do you join the first room or do you go to the second room?
First room.
Okay. It's just a party in there. You go up. Do you knock on the door or do you just go in?
She just goes in.
Okay. Pat, did you lock it or no?
No.
Okay. So, as you guys are talking, Tony just comes in. It's pretty
Oh hey.
like this is a room meant for two people. There are now one. I'll say Vordia probably went to the other room. So there's now 1, 2, 3, 4 people in this room. So it's getting a little crowded.
Is this like sad dorm room shaped?
Yeah, it's like it's an inn, and it's like it's an okay room. It does the job. It's not like crazy comfortable, but like it's comfy.
Okay, so sad dorm room, not sad motel size.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like there's a bed, and then there's like a bed space in between, and then there's another bed on the other side.
It's more
Yeah.
spacious than Annika's house, actually.
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Annika's poor. Okay.
Well, Annika has 2 floors. Not many places have like 2. Not many individual houses have 2 floors,
Oh, okay.
especially in Sale.
That's insane.
Um,
Oh, it's a little crowded in here.
It is.
yeah,
What are we talking about?
friendship.
Oh, nice. I'm
And
gonna go to
Patch's
Morty's
dad. Oh, okay, bye.
Quite the defining act of friendship.
Oh, that's so good.
wish I had
Before Tony turns around to leave, she gives both Patch and Annika a quick little hug. I was like, okay, good night, friends. And
I
she
give
leaves.
Tony a thumbs up as she leaves.
It's like noon, by the way. It's
Well,
probably
they had a very bad night previously.
yeah, it's probably actually getting around like 1 or 2 at this point. So, is there anything specific you guys would like to do?
Tony would like to take a nap
All right.
because she talked a lot today. Not about a lot of good things.
There's nothing else I would Patch would specifically like to do, especially considering they were undressed in the middle of the street and dropped in the middle of their date with Philtar. So they will probably just also pass out in the room.
Okay. And with that, I think we are going to leave session there. A little bit shorter session, but a lot happened today, and we only have 2 of us.
A lot did happen today.
A lot
lot
did happen.
happened.
Lots of character insights.
We
So-
thought Patch was gonna get kidnapped, and then Patch didn't get kidnapped.
I thought Philtar was gonna try and do something to me in the alley.
No. Philtar is an upstanding man of his word.
I love just toying around with Philtar. It's so
It's great.
fun.
It's great. I love it. I just love all the dynamics of everyone. How Vortia and Philtar tease each other, and then everyone teases Philtar. When Philtar has
As it should be.
probably been a little bit more loyal to Mission than Vortia.
As it should be.
Maybe it's
all
because
great.
the rest of us bond over not being loyal to our missions.
That's true. You guys are a little
Maybe
bit of
it's
a
because
lofty
the
bunch.
rest of us aren't narcs.
That too.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. We will see what happens next session. Hopefully we will have everyone. Glitch, you got your dice command working in other servers? Nice. You better
Woohoo!
go get some physical dice. So you do have dice, right?
No, I've never had dice.
You've never had dice?
No, I just used Google.
You know we have Dice Maiden.
Oh yeah, that's true too, huh? It probably would have been so much easier to just use Dice Maiden instead of like looking up. Okay, Google, roll a dice every time I wanted to roll a dice.
You should get actual dice. It's so much more fun that way.
My dice have fallen off my desk so much.
That's why you get a dice tray.
Understandable. Glitch gets it though.
Yeah. The visual is fun. I mean, D&D
The visual's
Beyond
a little
has
fun.
D&D Beyond has a good like visual dice roller on their character sheets, cuz you can like roll like 10 at a time and it just like rolls them physically on your character sheet. But it
Wait,
doesn't.
that's so cute.
Yeah, it doesn't beat just straight up rolling dice.
You know what I want?
It's just D&D
I
Beyond
want a
glitch.
set of dice that looks like the Google dice.
They
Real.
probably exist actually. Just
Oh,
like
I'm sure they
solid
do.
color. Actually, no, I'm positive that they're just like solid color dice. I'm pretty sure I have used them before.
Like, yeah, those absolutely exist. I just don't have the money to get dice right now.
Yeah, I have been kind of thinking about getting another dice set, even though I just got one like not that long ago. But yeah, if you look up the Chessex Poundo dice, it's a lot of them are solid colors, and they're just I honestly probably should get the Poundo dice bag at some point, but I feel like that kind of defeats part of the fun of collecting them. But it's still like, I don't
Pound
know.
the dice?
Yeah.
You're doing what to those dice?
Whoa.
Or I guess I should say Philtar is doing something to those dice
No.
after this session.
Philtar would do something to those dice, though.
Yeah,
Dang.
he's the kind of guy to leave the dice hanging like halfway through. Just run out.
Uh-huh.
You guys keep making all of like the confident NPCs just like very sexual.
It's fun to take these guys down a peg.
Yeah, I suppose so. Also, Glitch, you should just buy them anyway. And then if your friend buys them too, then you have 2 dice sets. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dice sets.
Emmy's a collector.
I like my rocks.
Rocks are
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's not enough. I need more. I need like at least 17 for me to feel like my ego is satisfied. It's really more than 12 sets. I really want to get some of the Critical Role dice. The themed dice based off of the characters. I don't know whose character I would get though. What is this gift from? Is this from Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
I figured it has the shading of Final Fantasy.
I love Aerith. Aerith, my beloved.
Aerith, my beloved. Aerith can do nothing wrong.
Aerith could do nothing wrong. If something happened to Aerith, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill me.
Yeah, Emmy is off limits.
I don't know, I really want like a bunch of Critical Role merch, but I don't know if I would get like a shirt or a dice set first. Because I mean, their dice sets are really pretty.
Pretty.
They're
I
pretty.
want pretty dice.
Pretty dice are nice.
I have many pretty dice.
You have so many pretty dice.
I have so many pretty dice. I should I'm gonna take a picture of all my dice that I have out right now. Because they're all lined up. At least most of them are. Boop.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Did
My
your dinner has arrived?
My dinner.
Woohoo, dinner!
My peggle dinners.
Peggle dinners.
Yum.
Yum.
I guess now I have to finish my homework. It is due in 3 hours, but like I don't really feel like doing it.
That's fair.
I salute you,
Also,
soldier.
here's my dice
You
for,
have so many fun dice.
and that's not
You
even
have
all of them.
So many nice
Uh,
dice.
Well, you can see them now. I'm gonna scroll up for a specific reason.
I almost got you.
Nope. I was ready. I was ready.
Almost.
Laura was ready to pregnant man you.
Please do not pregnant man me. I'm not a man or pregnant.
No.
And I'm gonna press my button. Haha. But anyway, that was a fun session. We needed a nice chill session. Nobody dying today. You know something Emmy doesn't? You probably know a lot of things that Emmy doesn't know.
Is it about the pregnant man?
There is a Twitch chat? There is a Twitch chat. I don't think you can pregnant man in Twitch chat. Can you?
Or can we pregnant man Twitch chat?
You... What is that? That's just a dot.
It's just like a box.
It's a box on here, and then in Twitch chat it's just like an orb. Because I can see both the overlay and... Wait, hang on. Do I go in front of Twitch chat or behind? I go behind. That's weird. I should go in front. That makes it more fun. It's a pregnant man, not in Twitch chat. I'm just seeing an orb. In a box. Oh, well. Anyway. I shall let you guys go.
Scary.
We do have 5 viewers though, so we can raid someone. Maybe.
Woo!
Who can we raid? Anyone I know who is streaming? Let's see. We can stream. Or, we can... But... Oh, Brunswick is playing Finish Short. We can raid... Kelly. Kelly is streaming. Kelly sings a lot. Is a VTuber, is currently... I don't want to send you guys to Fortnite, never mind.
Don't damn us to that fate.
I'm sorry, Kelly.
That's
well...
it. I'm sending you guys to Fortnite.
No!
No!
How could you? Let's see. There are a whole bunch of other people playing, D&D.
Fortnite?
No, D&D.
Oh.
But, like, I don't want to... It's asking me to just send everyone to D&D people. So... I don't know who this person is, but their VTuber model is cute. And they've been streaming for an hour. So, we're gonna send you to Remy the Druid.
Ooh, Druid.
Ooh.
Notably not Remy the Rat, who some of us know.
Oh.
If only.
But, go say hi to this very cool looking person. And I'll see you guys for in chat on, Sunday for Valheim. I'm really excited. Yippee! We're gonna be playing for a really long time, probably. And D&D next week, hopefully. Woo!
Yeah!
So without further ado, I'm pressing the raid button. See ya, everyone!
Goodbye, friends!
Goodbye.